What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is, man. This is the halftime report with your boy, the historian. Had to take a deep breath. It's a little rough today, but we're going to get to it. So if you're on YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe. We'll go ahead and get this thing cracking. Y'all just stay tuned. There's nothing more, nothing less to say. This is just what it is for today. But anywho, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Birdcage. Well, let's go ahead and start off with what went wrong. Everything went wrong so far today here in London. Let's be real about this. Let's start with it. Bad play calling to start off with. We don't get a first down into the second quarter. The defense was on the field for 12 minutes. That is unacceptable. You're going to lose more games that way, and you're really going to put us in the bind because they're going to get tired. Jesse Bates is doing what he does. But let's talk about this offense. We've gone six quarters without generating any offense. Any offense. All I'm saying is this. It's gotta change. It's gotta change. So when you really look at it, we're pretty much shooting ourselves in the foot. It's not the fact that Jacksonville's beating us. We're killing ourselves with bad play calling, mistakes. At this point, it's still 17-0. Still in the ball game. You still have 2 quarters to get it right. It's only 14 points. Coach Smith, I know a lot of people have been calling for it, but today I'm gonna say it. You're gonna have to sit Ritter. Ritter's rattled. He's not making decisive decisions. He's not able to shake what's going on with him right now. It's just what it is. You've got to sit this kid down. So with everything else that's going on, you have to be in a situation to where you really have to be where you actually have to be where, how can I put it? You actually have to be in a spot where you make these guys do some things. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. When you continue to be in a situation to where you can't generate offense, see, it's never good. Ritter has 2 interceptions on the day, 73 yards, 9 out of 14, 9 completions out of 14 pass attempts. Trevor Lawrence, 13 out of 18, 128 yards, seven yards in the attempt. I mean, so far we're keeping them out of the end zone with them throwing the ball, but it's only going to be so, how can I put it? It's only going to be so much that this defense can do for us. It's time to make a switch. You've got to put Logan Woodside in this game to literally salvage the season because Heineke really didn't do too much in the preseason to give you any confidence. Logan Woodside is a veteran that you bring off the bench. You sit Ritter down, you let him chill. But you got to go ahead and put the veteran in here to make some things happen. It's just what it is. Bijan Robinson, you made a couple of good splash plays, but here's the thing, young fella. You got to start going north and south. You can't just jitterbug your way through everything because they're bringing help. They figured out how to tackle you. They figured out how to box you around. You might shake one guy, but you got 3 helmets that's coming over there. All I'm saying is you have to make some changes. These deep shots down the field, you had a wide open Mac Hollis running on a streak route. Let's just be honest, man. Ritter underthrew that ball. Point blank period. Ritter underthrew that ball. And I don't know if you guys saw that, but they took the camera off of Mac Hollis pretty much because he was starting to get in Ritter's face, which needs to happen. You need to have somebody step in that young man's face and say, hey, man, you got to get your stuff together. Sit your butt down and think. So at this point, it's only so much that you can do. When Jacksonville controls the time of possession, that's going to wear this defense down. We're going to probably end up giving up more points if we cannot sustain a drive. This is not good. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. I'm going to keep it real with you. It sucks to see them performing like this, but at the same time, Let's just be honest. Pass protection hasn't been the greatest today, but Ritter did have some time on a few drives. They started to figure some things out where they gave him time, but he's so rattled because of that Jacksonville pressure that has gotten to him. He's literally thrown bad balls all day. You're staring receivers down. You're literally telegraphing your throws, just like a fighter. You're telegraphing your punches. It's time to put Ritter on the bench. It takes a lot for me to say that. Yes, I'm a Ritter fan, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. At this point, you cannot lose the season this early because if this team sees that Arthur Smith is too stubborn and he is within his way, within his own way, he's not gonna get stuff straight. He's not. He's gonna lose the team. And the last thing you need to do right now is lose the team because there's continuity. There's a lot of guys who, they have a good rapport. But once you lose that locker room, it's a done deal. Arthur Smith's got to sit this kid because the last thing he needs to do right now is lose the locker room. Put in Heineke. Woodside is inactive today, but at the same time, he's still in uniform and he's still there. But put in Heineke, give it a spin. Let's see how this goes because we already know Heineke can throw deep passes. This is something that we're going to need because we've gotten to a position to where we're one-dimensional today, and they're starting to key in on our running game. We need a spark, point blank, period. The third down and one, I still question, let's just be real, I still question why we didn't give it to Tyler Algier on a 3rd and 1. You got a guy who literally is a William Andrews clone. This kid picks up tough yardage, but you're not using him on 3rd and short. This is something that I just don't get. Smith is like a spoiled child, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. A lot of y'all gonna tell me, "Oh, you hating?" You know what? It's fine. Y'all can say I'm hating. Y'all can say whatever. Arthur Smith is a spoiled child. It's a shame that you grew up under one of the greatest offensive minds and you couldn't coach yourself out of a wet paper bag. Let's just be real on that. It's starting to show. Pitts isn't healthy today. They're not, you don't see that explosion. They haven't really tried to target him too often, but let's just be real on this, man. You've had 3 drafts to get this thing right. You drafted 3 offensive players. Let's keep this a buck. Defensively, we're having problems with containing the edge. We have nobody able to stay home. Arnold Ebiketie, MIA, made one play in the passing game where he took away a passing lane for Trevor Lawrence, but we're not getting anything off the edge. The only person that has been helping get pressure outside of Grady has been Jesse Bankhead Bates. This dude has been making stuff happen. So all I'm saying is it's got to change. It's got to change all the way around. You know what I mean? Richie Grant, yeah, you got tackles or whatnot. You've been making tackles within traffic, but let's be real. You pretty much was in a situation where you could have had a sack earlier. Let's just be honest. You gave up a sack. You had a chance to get a sack today and tackle Lawrence, but you missed it. Jesse Bates was sure with it, even though he didn't get the sack. I got to give Bud Dupree his credit. Bud Dupree has been getting pressure on the quarterback today. Calais Campbell, the old man, actually got back there a few times today. So Ayumeta, he's starting to collapse the pocket a little bit, but we've got to start getting things going on the edge. And all I can say is this, man. Arthur Smith, this one's on you. At this point in the game, you need to figure out what you're going to do, how you're going to change things, and what you're going to do to keep a spark into your team. Because once these men lose confidence in you, no matter what you say at the press conference, no matter how many beers you drink with the offensive line like you did last year, no matter how many cheesy jokes you have with that raggedy mustache you have, let's just keep this a buck. You have to be in a situation to where you coach football games and you have to get better at that. Period. You have to get better at that. But until then, hey, it's about time to start holding Arthur Smith's feet to the fire. Y'all can say what you want. Y'all can go back to the money aspect of when he first got here. I don't care. You got to start holding his feet to the fire because this man now is starting to his decision making is starting to hurt this franchise. Period. And all I'm gonna say is we got to sit along for the ride. We have a chance to win ball games, but if we continue to keep making boneheaded and stupid decisions to do so, it ain't gonna happen. So it's time for you to change some stuff up, Arthur Smith. Defense, y'all got to keep fighting because the offense ain't giving you nothing. We gave up we gave up one touchdown and a field goal. That pick six is what gave them 17. So let's just keep it real. Defense is holding their own. They gave up 10 points. They're still holding. Now, the offense, you've got to generate points. It's still time to get back in this ball game. You score coming out in this second half, you're only down by 10 points. Game ain't over with yet. Now, let's see if the offense can generate something with halftime adjustments. So, with that being said, man, I thank you guys for coming to the halftime report. We're gonna either have the parting line or the benediction today. So y'all be easy, and I definitely look forward to seeing you guys back again at the end of the game. Check us out, Birdcage. We out.